So we have our first taste of what can possibly be a long-running Iron Man retro vintage wave for Marvel Legends. This is War Machine of all armors, of all characters. The one that starts off the Iron Man retro wave is not even Iron Man. It's his partner in crime, James Rhodes or Rhodey, as War Machine. So this is a repaint re-release of the deluxe exclusive from Target that came out a year or two ago, and he's slightly different. We're gonna definitely compare the two figures and see which one looks better, but I'm just super stoked to see a retro vintage Iron Man wave come to life. Hopefully they are working on more. They haven't revealed or teased anything else for this line of retro vintage carded Iron Man, but I can only hope that this is not a one and done and that there's plenty more to come. So I will definitely support the heck out of this. As you may or may not know, Iron Man is my favorite superhero, and I am definitely supporting a retro vintage line of Iron Man figures, since there is plenty of villains, plenty of armors that we can get out of this too that we have yet to receive. Here is the back side of the box. No wave, no nothing, just an image of the figure, kinda, and all the accessories that he comes with. Now there is a read up at the very top, and you can pause the video right here if you wish to read it. Also, check out how they strategically separated all of the accessories in this. You can see that they separated the rockets from the effect, the turrets from his shoulders are separated from the figure, and then you can see just one beam effect and then the hands there. If I show you the original release, the rockets are attached to the effect, the turrets are attached to the figure, and then of course we do have that same beam effect, different color, and we have a whole bunch of other accessories included. So I feel like just to fill the empty void, they separated everything and made it seem like it was packed full of accessories. Gotta say, it's pretty sneaky, but it's pretty smart too. Alright, so this is War Machine in his white and black armor. The original release was silver and black, and it was of course a Target exclusive, as I mentioned, and it retailed for about $32, $31.50, something like that at Target at the time of its release. That did come with more accessories. Now we get a little bit less accessories on this release, and the price is lower, so that's good at least, right? I've seen this figure retail between $24.99 and $28.99. For some reason, Amazon has it cheapest right now at $24.99, which is the best price I've seen so far. Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Dork Side, all these other ones have it for 28 bucks for some reason. I don't know why. But I do have the Amazon link down below in the description. So if you guys are interested in pre-ordering the $24.99 Amazon version, it's the same figure, it's just cheaper for some reason. Then you can hit the link there, and then also I'll have the Big Bad Toy Store one as well. I know a lot of people like to use Pile of Loot and stuff like that, so for a couple bucks more, it's 28 bucks on Big Bad Toy Store. So everything about this figure is the same as the original release. We have the turrets that are separately packed here. They actually look nicer because they're painted this time. They have painted holes, I guess, on the barrel and down here below, and also up top of this turret. So we get some blue paint there. We also do get some alternate hands, so we get a right open hand to match the left open hand that's on the figure, and then of course we do get a left fist to match the right fist that's on the figure right now out of the package. And then we get one repulsor blast beam effect, which is colored this way. It was slightly different color on the original release, but this one's actually meant for the Gatling gun. So really it's not a repulsor blast, it's more of a bullet effect, bullet spray effect. So that pegs in like that on that turret, and then we get the rocket launching effect that pegs into this turret right here. So you just plug it in like that, and then of course we have the three rockets here, which are all orange. Those peg in as well to the effect, and you get it looking something like this. So there you go. I love this effect. I think it's awesome. Alright, and there he is, fully loaded with his turrets on the shoulder with the effects on the end of them there. And of course, just like the original, you can pop the turrets off and swap them, and put them on whichever shoulder you prefer. But the majority of comic images of War Machine show him with the rocket launcher on the right shoulder and the turret gun on the left shoulder, but of course you can swap them around, and then they do hinge back to put them in like resting position, just like the original. Of course, this is 100% the same figure, so what we're really going to focus on here is the paint deco and comparing it next to that original. Now, the only thing that's technically new is the open hands. The original release did not have open hands at all. He only had the fist hands, and these have pegs in them, although he doesn't have any repulsor blast to peg in, because the one that he comes with is only for the turret. So really, you're gonna have to really use a spare repulsor that you may have from an Iron Man. But the right hand, when you put the right hand in, it's going to warp and bend his little arm cannon or arm gun here. So that's a problem. These hands aren't hinged, they're fixed in that position. You can't hinge it at all. So really the right hand is useless. It's included, but it's useless because you're really not going to want to bend this gun. It's just going to look stupid and weird. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fist back on. So obviously these hands are just repurposed from an Iron Man figure, and they're just here just to give us an extra, piece of accessory, it seems like. I think I would have taken the head sculpt back again, the same one, it doesn't have to be different, or maybe some more of those smoke effects that you can put on this hand cannon here to make it seem like he just shot it. Now, the original one did come with those, as you can see them right here. So if you have any spares or extras from your original one that you're not using, you can obviously use it on this release. But here's the original one. I still love this thing. This is still my favorite one. I definitely prefer this color scheme over the white and black. Here you can see them both side by side. So I think silver and black is just super classic for me. Although these turrets aren't painted like these are, I'm fine with that. This thing just looks so sick. And of course, he does come with the alternate head sculpt. But putting them side by side, I really see differences in the arc reactor, which is blue with a little bit of white on there. I don't know what that's meant to be. I think it's a glare of some kind, or maybe it's a mistake or an error on mine. I don't know, but there is a little white mark on the top there. And of course, we get the blue paint, but that's about it on the new one. The faceplate is pretty glossy on this one since it is painted and not just plastic mold. The arms, torso, and pretty much every other white part on the figure is plastic mold. Now, getting down to the legs here, you can probably catch it a little bit, but there is a two-tone issue here on this figure. This has been an issue that Hasbro has been suffering from with the past couple releases that I've reviewed, most notably being Iron Spider and also the Peter Parker knees from the Ned Leeds 2-pack. And now this War Machine here, it's very, I don't want to say subtle. I am in bright lights once again, but still it is noticeable out of the lights too. I just don't know why they're not matching these whites or these colors at all. I should just use the same plastic. Why are they different? I don't know. I really don't know, but it is an issue they need to fix and address ASAP for sure. Definitely, when I get an opportunity to interview the team again, if I do, I will definitely bring it to their attention. Alright, so if you so happen to have your original War Machine displayed with the helmet, then of course you're going to have a unmasked head lying around. So you can use that on this figure if you want an unmasked version of Rhodey and you don't want to mass versions, I don't know, or flip flop, whichever one you want. So I don't know if that's what they were going for, if that's just how they're gonna justify not including a head sculpt into this, but not everybody got the original one, so that doesn't work out for everyone. But if you did, then you can definitely have now an unmasked display and a masked display. So overall, it's a good release for those of you that missed out on the Target exclusive release, but in my opinion, the definitive version still remains with that Target exclusive release, as I do like that paint deco a little bit better than this one right here. I just think it just looks a lot nicer. Now this is very classic, but so is that silver and black deco as well. So it's all up to preference and on which one you prefer the best. Also, it's worth pointing out that the knees on this guy seems to be a little bit more gummy than usual in terms of the plastic that they use for the knees. I just noticed just how soft they they were when I was handling the figure. So aside from that and the slight two-tone white discoloration on the thigh, this figure came out pretty okay. So in the end, if you're into color variants and if you are a Iron Man fan, of course, then you are definitely going to enjoy this release. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and also hit the like button while you're down there. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and as always, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.